Hey guys, I'm back with Anuraj, my good friend who was in Bangalore for a short visit. Anuraj has actually been to the Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, which is sort of the crown jewel of the events in the telecom space. So Anuraj bumped into all the big honchos there. He bumped into John Chambers, Ben Ryan, had a chat with Sunil Bharti Mittal, etc., etc. So Anuraj, tell us about what is happening in the world of telecom globally. So what's the prognosis like?
Well, I think it was very exciting actually. I mean, I think the Mobile World Congress has become such a major stage for new showcases and launches and so forth, with 68,000 plus attendees this time.
Thank God.
It was another record. So quite a big show up.
Okay.
And this time they also had Apps Galaxy. It was a huge event around for apps developers which were there.
Okay.
So we had people in jeans and t-shirts on one end, and then you had the suited guys. So it was very interesting, the clash of the two, sort of merging somewhere.
Excellent.
And listening to pretty much all the keynotes that I attended. Even met Eric Schmidt there briefly at his event. So, but listening to the operators and then listening to the OTT players, which are sort of clashing together, that was another very interesting trend, where Sunil Bharti Mittal, for example, talking about the need for a very low-cost smartphone for emerging markets, and also bragging and saying, the OTT players need to sort of give them a fair revenue share with the operator community, where there has been so it was a bit controversial to that point that I think industry needs to wake up to a new paradigm. Things have been slow in the last year or so, in the industry. And I think there is a need for a wake up and a lot more collaboration approach in there. And
so what are the kind of devices you're seeing there? What is new? Yeah, I mean, everybody wants to know what's new.
Yeah, I mean, there were lots of launches there, lots of tablets. There's a whole clutter of new apps and tablets and devices and all that. But I mean, what stood out in Barcelona this time was Samsung doing a huge show and tell. So what they did was they brought in artists from all over kind of Europe and the Picassos and all that, Picassos, and they launched the Samsung Galaxy Note 10.1 inch over there. And so they were giving away these interesting T-shirts with people's drawings done on the 10.1 inch sketch by a very famous artist.
Very
cool. It was all over, and this was done not only just in the World Congress in the Pira, Barcelona, but also all across Barcelona where I noticed.
Fantastic.
Their little booths and show and tell. So it was a lot of promotion and newsworthy things happening in this space.
Okay.
And of course the verticals themselves had evolved to quite an extent in healthcare and education.
Okay, so what's happening in healthcare?
So I would say one of the big trends that we're noticing from CES and MWC is also on accessories. So applications and accessories coming together or being bundled and working hand in hand. So we're talking about things like the Nike Fuel Band, where you're working with as an accessory, but very much applications which are driven on the iPhone or iOS and different platforms, which are giving you related information around fitness and your whole health and proactive wellness management.
More than just the heart rate or something.
Yeah, much more than that. So a lot more analysis, a lot more proactive approach for you to manage your sort of wellness and fitness program and all that. So I mean, we've seen that evolving over time. I've worked on a lot of these concepts previously, but so I think that's another major move happening in the health space, where medical devices and a lot of new sensors which are coming about, companies which are developing a lot of bundled accessories for different platforms and different devices out there.
So with this record, clearly there was no doom and gloom in at least the telecom space. Would that be a fair assessment to make?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that. Yeah, of course, there
was doom and gloom.
No, well, there was in the sense that the clash was there for the OTT players with the operator communities. Where the
OTT is the value added there.
Yeah, OTT is basically the Googles, Facebooks and all that.
Okay.
And we're talking about, exactly, the people who are working direct to consumer and who really build the brand.
Right.
So it was interesting hearing one of the chairmen of one very large company, in fact the chairman of T-Mobile, talking about, basically they're the ones who make the investment, operator community, and all the profits have been reaped by the OTT players, which is kind of what's been happening, So I think they need to work a lot more and turn into more smart pipes and not just become.
So the operators are under. They are saying
under a lot of pressure. Yeah, so
this is sort of reverse in India, isn't it? The operators are the ones that squeeze other people.
That's right.
Fair enough.
And even here, I think the emerging market operators are also finding it that things have been a bit stagnant for a while.
I see.
And of course, in India, I think now that we're in the realm of obviously 4G recently launched LTE, I think there is a lot more to work around, a lot more meaningful and what's important for the market, and look at a lot more hyper-local content approaches, bundling, looking at end-to-end ecosystems. I think that's what's crucial.
Excellent. How much was the emerging market focus there?
I think it was very large. There was several keynote panels around emerging markets and all. and there were talks about really stuff around education and healthcare, which I would say two big topics and verticals which are being addressed in emerging markets.
Cool.
So Africa, Asia Pac, where definitely everybody knows this is where the growth is, and people want to come here, but I think people are just treading carefully, and companies and players from various innovative angles do want to partner with Indian companies. I think the prospects are there.
Excellent.
But,
what's the coolest thing you brought back from Barcelona?
Oh, I think I got lots of little toys because I attended a lot of other events around the main World Congress, besides the keynotes and the sessions in the exhibition. There was an event called PepCom, which is actually for media. So I've also got a media hat on.
Okay.
Being a chief dreamer of a company called Expert Media.
Okay.
And then I've gone to Showstoppers, which is where a lot of things are launched before they're announced in the public. So this is a very exclusive, very closed door event where showcases of latest new innovative technologies are made. And I got a lot of new accessories around new charging stations and integrated bundling of accessory type scenarios for the iPhone, for new types of smart cases, for example, charging on the table. So yeah, I think there's a whole range of new solutions, cloud-based solutions, personal cloud, things which one can try out.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of mega trends which are there in the
fantastic. Yeah. And between the three people you met, Ben O'Ryan, John Chambers, and Sunil Bharti myself, who is the most optimistic about the future?
Well, I think I found John was pretty interesting from Cisco. I mean, he did quite I would say, a dance around the whole stage. He even came down to the public, and he was quite a vibrant character actually.
Okay,
and he was really talking about a great vision of the future and saying, I think we're talking about that machine-to-machine Internet of Things, and sort of the whole world changing very rapidly.
So hey guys, invest in Cisco, eh? Thanks, Anuraj.